All right, welcome to another episode of Live with KB Podcast. I'm your host, Kendall Butler. Today, we have a very special guest, my man Jacee. We're going to get into his life story. We brought him to Nashville, Tennessee. We also got him into country music and other things he's involved with. Welcome to another episode of Live with KB Podcast. Jacee, how you doing today, man?
Doing great, brother. Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Can't complain at all, man. So I know you're entering the music scene right here in the city of Nashville. So my thing is just want to get a little bit background story on your life from whence you came, where you come from and everything like that. So people can, when they see your face and hear your music, they also know your story and attach
Sure.
both of those together. So if you don't mind telling me, man, where you originally from and where did you grow up at?
Originally from Greenwood, Mississippi, down in the Mississippi Delta. Grew up there, born and raised. Was there 23 years before I moved here. So it's the
Okay.
only other place I've lived outside of here.
Got you. While you was in Mississippi or up here, what schools did you attend? Mostly like high school or college, if so?
I went to Greenwood High School, graduated there in 2010.
All right.
Actually, as far as college, I signed a football scholarship with Alcorn State that May of 2010. And then I ended up going there, ended up transferring down to Mississippi Delta Community College for a
Okay.
season, and then ended up finishing at Mississippi Valley State in
Gotcha.
2014.
How was your experiences in high school and college?
Man, I had a great time, man. I was being a quarterback on the football team. I was
Right.
a kind of popular guy, I guess.
Yeah.
I tried to stay humble with it, but
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Okay. And growing up, did you have any role models through your youth? And if so, who were the main ones that stood out to you?
I had local role models. Biggest two probably being my dad and my brother.
Okay.
My dad's a pastor back home. He's still going strong, and my brother's he's still in Mississippi as well, with very big influence on my life.
Gotcha. So with, obviously Mississippi and Nashville, two different places. What was the biggest transition for you from moving from Mississippi to Nashville? Especially, you were young,
Right.
one very season, so you just coming out of college. How was that?
Well, one thing was traffic. I get back home, I can get across the whole town in
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Here it takes you 30 minutes to go everywhere. But as far as I guess transition is, man, it's wife and I came up here. We were young parents already here, so we just kind of came up and just trying to figure out life with two kids in the new city at the time. So
Just trying to make it. I also want to go back before we, get out the youthful journey. How was it growing up in Mississippi?
I had a good life. Mom and dad both in the house. We all my siblings, we grew up in the house together. I was the youngest of five, so
Okay.
I was the baby,
Yeah.
as my
Yeah.
dad would say, the last go round.
Yeah. That's good, man.
But it's a great life, man. We enjoyed family time, enjoyed playing sports, church, everything that comes with that normal Southern life. So.
That's good. When did your love for music start, if you had to pick a particular time in your life?
I've always had a love for music. I wouldn't say I was ever a music head, but certain songs and certain genres would always pique my interest. But like I say, that probably started 10 years old. So.
10 years old. Okay. Just listening to music,
Yep.
just around, just being around and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and I'm big on songs. Like I wear a song out. Like I'll
Yeah.
play a song on repeat so many times that normal person would be tired of it. And I just I'm still like that today. Like I can play songs back to back.
Who were some of your influencers in music? I guess people that may have, made the light bulb go off or kind of got you to just training your musical ear. Per se, who would you say your influences were?
Well, I would say, as far as an influence, just from a country music perspective, I listen to kind of guys that have like similar vocal capabilities as me. Like I don't have a loud ranging voice. So like guys like a Sam Hunt, a Jason Aldean, Cole Swindell, maybe a Tim McGraw, things like that. So
Guys you can kind of relate to.
yeah, I can sing their songs because my voice is
Goes
similar to
along
theirs.
with it, so you sound like them.
Yeah.
Were there any particular musical projects that inspired you at all?
Man, it's crazy, but the Sam Hunt project, when we were actually first moving to Nashville, his Montevello project back in 2014, 2015, it kind of inspired me and kind of it gave me the thought process like, hey, maybe I can do this as well. Cause like I say, he's a storyteller,
Right.
but like I say, he's not going to blow you away with his vocals, but he can sing and he's going to have great messages within his music.
So
So
he kind of brings you along. So you're not just listening for the hype or just the loud sound of it. You kind of listening for the message.
right,
And that can also kind of tune in people to want to listen to you for a different reason.
right,
You know,
sure,
good time people may be going through something in life and you may be spitting the right type of tunes, right type of time. People connect to you differently. So I can understand that.
indeed.
What gave you the motivation to fully commit to doing music? You know, since you was a music head at 10 and you kind of had this journey, but what kind of gave you that full motivation to go all the way in?
Well, man, I've never been afraid to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been the person that will try whatever it is that comes on my mind and don't even have to sit on it too long. I'll try it if I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But just like when I first started just brainstorming about, hey, I want to do some country music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling everybody, like, because I'm a big jokester.
Yeah.
So I'm telling everybody that's coming in the shop, I'm like, bro, I'm about to start doing country music. Everybody's like, bro, stop playing. No, you're not.
Yeah.
So keep on going with that a couple of weeks and go to the studio.
Mm.
Come back with 2 songs. Listen to that. People coming and getting in the chair, listen to that. It's like, man, no way, that's not you.
Yeah, I think it's somebody
They think
else.
it's not you.
Yeah.
They think that's not you. I'm like, bro, it's me. And they're like, oh, that sounds good. So actually, so I went to the studio with my buddy Dollar. We call him Dollar, Jerome Simmons.
Okay.
We actually had a music group back in high school together, and we both live here in Nashville now.
Okay.
But went to the studio with him, and the first single I ever released was "Back to You." When we
Mm.
recorded that song, he was like, "Bro, do you know what you just did?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?" He's like,
Mm.
"Bro, do you know what you just did?" So now that was like hearing that from him.
Like how?
I was like, all right, if he's saying this may be something.
Yeah. Was it easy for you to lay down a track? Because you know, going from well, I'll ask you this: what in high school when you guys was a musical group, was you guys like more just performing at certain events, or you guys actually were making songs,
We were
like
making songs. Yeah,
like in studio and everything?
we would,
Okay.
it's funny because we would all go, we'd get a beat. But my best friend actually, Jay Mars,
Hmm.
he would make the beat and we would all go either to his house or somewhere near, or maybe over Dollar's house,
Yeah.
and we would all write our verses out.
So y'all was really a group.
Yeah, it was a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
Okay.
and we like we would go to the studio. It's $25 an hour. We all trying to find money to
Ooh.
split, make up $25.
To
And
just try
so
to do that one
just
hour. It can't go over that hour. Yeah.
as kids, we figuring out how to make $25. So
Mm.
we would go in there, man, record it, and then all of us kind of were pretty popular, so it was
Hmm.
kind of easy to kind of get the music out,
Hmm.
and people liked it. So we were just kind of going around to different places and performing the song, birthday parties,
Yeah.
little teen clubs, and things like that.
And
So
so would you say that that experience in high school, you know, having the confidence to make music and perform in front of crowds, right? And knowing you can get the reaction that you wanted. Would you say that kind of helped you, you know, later on in life when you was like, hey, I want to do it, even though it's a different time frame. I'm kind of
absolutely,
used to this. It's already in me. I just got to tap back into it.
absolutely, and that's one thing that, like, just, how we get in the barbershop, you just have men
Yeah.
conversations, just talking noise. Everybody was like, man, you're gonna be scared when you get up there, man. You're gonna be scared,
Right.
you scared. I was like, bro,
Little do you
I've
know.
been doing this all my life. Like, y'all just don't know, from church to
uh,
back in high school. So like
that's,
it definitely prepared me for,
mhm.
and it's just like it comes back to you like riding a bike when you get up there, man. It
You
just
turn back into it. All right, so you know we see the guitar sitting here, along with the hats and everything of that nature. So, with this guitar, man, is that part of your special? Is that what you play, or do you just sing, or?
Yeah, man, I've learned it enough to play it out.
Okay.
Originally, I didn't know how to play it, but I was just wanted to lock in and focus on being able to start playing it, but I can play it a little bit now.
All right. Do you mind showing the people a little sample of what you can kind of do on the guitar?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's see here.
All
Let's see.
Yeah, it was exclusive too, man. So.
Let's see here. Get this thing tuned up. I'll play my first single that I released, Back to You. Shell station 30 miles back down the road. Copenhagen adds a boost to the story's told. Summer's gone, those rusted leaves start raining in. Empty fields to the left and right, hand in the wind. Nothing really matters if I can't be with you. Had my way, dance the night away with you. Got a new truck in the driveway and a parking space for just two. I'm trying to race on down the highway just to make it on back to you. Got a Dixie cup and I filled it up with a drink that make you say ooh. Out of all the girls all across the world, not one of them got nothing on you. Night shift this time with you, I'm clocking in. Holding hands with the sounds of Broadway in the wind. Red lips, you wear that dress just how I like. For me it's been a long day, but it's about to be a long night. New truck in the driveway and a parking space for just two. I'm trying to race on down the highway just to make it on back to you. Got a Dixie cup and I filled it up with a drink that make you say ooh. Out of all the girls all across the world, not one of them got nothing on you.
All right, y'all heard it there first, man. So that's off your first single, right?
That was the first single I ever released,
single?
man. It's been blessed to have that joker streamed a lot of times. So.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man. That's good. Well, I appreciate it. You know, this is like equivalent to people asking rappers to shoot a freestyle. You know? So very few people actually had the confidence, like we were saying, actually pick it up and give people what they would like to see or what's coming up next. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I started to pick it up at shows now. Like initially it would just be me singing and let my band play, but I started to
show what you can do.
Yep.
I heard that. How has the experience of being a musician treated you so far, if you had to say?
I've been off to a good start, man. Actually, under a year of doing it, and I've been blessed to play at a lot of big venues around town. I've played the CMA Fest, so
that's big. Yeah, that's big.
it's been
Have
really
you had
good to
any,
me.
you know, with all this getting into it, you know, of course there's going to be obstacles that come your way. Have you had any obstacles that you really had to overcome?
Yeah, my biggest obstacle is balance, man. Just trying to find the time because I'm still working. I work a job,
Yeah.
I cut hair, and I'm doing the music thing. Always trying to shuffle family time and just time for myself as well. So if I had to say the biggest obstacle would just be balance.
Okay. Okay, with balance, and I hear you mention family, and family is obviously important for you. And with music, obviously there's a team. It's not just
Right.
one person that's doing everything, controlling everything. So do you have a good team that supports you for the most part?
Man, I have a great team. Officially it's a 3-man group, but I have people pitching in everywhere, man. We just tapping in all the resources that we all have.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure it out while nobody's making any money right now. So
yeah.
just try to pitch in where we can, figure out what we can get those resources that are willing to help right now while we're on that ground floor building it up. So
Yeah. And then with family and friends, do they support you, and how has that impacted you in a positive way?
man, they support me a lot.
Yeah.
Like I could call my brother right now and hey man, I got a show tomorrow. He'll be here. Like he'll leave right now and get here. Like my sisters, they all supportive. They've come down a time or two just to see me play.
Man.
Like driving all the way down to Mississippi when we have a show there, they'll do that. And just like I went to a family reunion and a couple weeks ago, my family bought out all the hats that I sell for merch. So They're always looking forward to, and this is just the extended families.
Mhm.
So it's just always looking for
So
ways.
that's pretty big though, man. I mean, when you think about it, it's maybe something you think about later on. I'm sure you appreciate it now, but that's something a lot of people may not have that access to.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So that's just off the merch part.
right,
Hey, I done made something merch and people actually investing in it. Yeah, I buy it from your family.
right.
It's either something like a family reunion setup. So that's pretty big.
I'm
Um,
extremely grateful, man.
Now we
Sure.
all know the music industry is a different animal. It's different from, at least I've only heard stories. I haven't gotten near the industry at all. How important is networking within the music industry, if you had to say in your opinion?
Networking is everything in the music industry
Okay.
because, like, you got to be outside. That's what I'm finding it out now. Really, you got to be outside.
Show your
You
face.
got to be out there because mess around, meet the person that can
Hmm.
make that connection for you to change your life, right? Just like that. So it's like you got to be able to. You got to be out there, like communicating with people anyway, just so they know what you do
Hmm.
first of all, and then you got to be able to network and communicate so you can get what you need done.
Yeah. So if somebody was to ask you, you would say your example of that would just mean you got to be outside, go to as many events as you can, shake hands, as they say, shake hands and meet people.
Yeah, you got to support other people as well, like
Okay.
other people that you meet on the journey. Go to their shows, go to the things that they have, go meet with
Hmm.
them. You got to do it because in turn they turn around and do the same thing for you. They tell other people about you. The next thing you know, you're
Name just got start mentioning more. Okay. And we know country music, I guess I don't want to call it a stereotype, but we know what kind of people think country music is
right.
in the shell. Are there any challenges in your opinion of being a black country music artist?
I haven't ran into any yet because
Okay.
I've kind of been blessed to kind of come in just a little bit before Beyonce did the country music thing, and it kind of lifted me up as well.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't ran into anything, but just from seeing others' experience, it's more so about being able to be on stages. Because what happens is you look online, somebody may have 200,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing any shows. They're not getting money if you're not doing shows.
All right.
It's because your money, the streaming money, you got to have billions of streams to
Just
make some
getting
real
some
money.
revenue coming
Your
in.
money's coming from merch and show money.
Mm.
And if you're not hitting the stage, you're
Not
not.
making no money.
So that's that. I would say I hadn't ran into any of it, but just seeing from what others have gone through,
Yeah.
like that's more so what it would be, just being able to get on those stages.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that you mentioned Beyonce's country music album because when she released it, it's kind of like it gave a platform or it gave people another look to see people that's been doing country music for years that was black.
Yep.
You start seeing artists that been doing it 5, 10 years and their videos starting to appear. So it's kind of nice. They kind of, I don't know if you would say open up a door, but at least open people's eyes to something that's already been available.
Oh, it opened up a door.
Open up doors to, okay, I was just wondering.
She kicked the door open, man.
Kicked it open.
She made it cool to be country again.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Beyonce is a country girl. She's from Texas, man. She
Mhm.
just talented. She's great at what she does,
Right.
but I think she may have done that on purpose. She's probably saw there was a
A
need for
little
somebody to open
struggle
that
and
door, and she
mhm.
probably just did it. And now you
Knowing
got
that she could do it.
it's people that are like Shabuzi,
Mm.
Don Lewis, Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, and a host of many more.
Mhm.
I did a show last night with this guy Tay Lewis. That dude is off the chain,
Mm.
like firecracker, bro.
He probably been doing it for a
Yeah,
while.
he was on The Voice. This past season of The Voice, he was like top 6, I believe. So
Mm.
that dude was good, man. And
Yeah.
like just opening those doors for people like that. And I'm just trying to get in where I
I
fit in.
heard
So
that. And how important, in your opinion, is it for black country music artists to have a voice? So it just doesn't get filtered and stay in one lane. It can be open. Because like I said, we all from different parts of the country. You from Mississippi.
right.
I got family from West Tennessee. So we got family that's we're either from or we got family that's from the country. So it's not
Right.
like we're, going overseas and try to implement our something in a culture we know nothing about. So how important do you think it is for black country music artists to have a voice?
I think it's really important, man, just to show that right now, just to show the youth there's
Mm.
other forms of music, man. I hope not to make a viral clip or anything, but bro, I hate drill rap, bro. Drill rap needs to die, and
It
I
needs to
hope
die.
everybody, all those fans and kids,
Uh,
go to be country music artists
yeah,
instead of riding around with Dracos, bro.
'cause that's all it's implementing.
Man, I'm
That's
telling you,
it.
'cause, like they're living their life for real, man, and it's
Hmm.
like it's not storytelling anymore like rap used to be. So
Yeah,
that's why it's important, like
yeah.
for kids to see. It's cool to wear a cowboy hat.
Uh,
It's cool to wear a baseball cap. It's cool to wear boots. It's cool to talk about having a beer at the bar, drinking some Jack Daniels because you lost your girl.
yeah,
Like you ain't got to slide on nobody,
yeah.
bro. So that's why I think it's important.
Yeah, I mean, and then you think about it like this: if people really start probably looking at pictures of their grandparents, so
They had
like
a
they was
cowboy hat
already
on.
dressed like that.
Exactly.
You know what
They were
I'm saying?
farming. They were farming.
So it's kind of like you just it ain't like I say, there's nothing that we're not used to. It's just we've been so out the loop, and we've identified our way in such a way as far as now drill's been around for the past almost 15 years
Exactly.
now.
And you see
So
what's happening.
right,
And to your point, we're every maybe us, maybe these kids now, 15-year old right now, they're probably two generations removed from being farmers.
yeah.
Us maybe one or two as well.
Mhm.
And that not to be trying to pitch like merch or anything, but that's that country roots.
Mhm.
That's where that comes from. Like everybody maybe in
Came
the
from somewhere.
world can trace their heritage back
So
to
farm.
country roots.
Hmm.
It's just impossible because the word had to be farmed.
Man,
So
that'd
if
be
you
farm.
trace your lineage back, you came from country
Before
roots.
all these buildings
Yeah,
and
it
all
was
these grocery stores
somebody
was
was farming that
around,
land.
somebody had some cows, some pigs, or something.
Exactly.
If you just took the time to look back down the road, I understand that. And how has music helped you overcome obstacles in your life? I know you was talking about, you just gave a little example of, drinking Jack at the bar, going, after breaking up with your girl. But how has music personally for you helped overcome obstacles in your life?
It brings me peace, man. When I'm sitting there writing and just being able to get my thoughts out on a piece of paper or a phone pad, it just brings me peace. It helps me calm down. It helps me be able to communicate effectively with my wife, with my kids, with family, friends, and maybe other genres of music do that as well. But for me, country music, it allows me to be able to authentically be me and be able to it just kind of help me find that peace.
Yeah, is there any big obstacles you had to overcome in your life to kind of get where you at now? Guy, family man, working multiple business, got side hustles, everything like that. Is anything big you had to overcome in your life, or just
Man, I've looked at a lot of. I was telling my wife the other day, like matter of fact, that was yesterday. Like I just sent her a text. I was just reflecting while I was in the car. I was like, babe, we've stared down some crazy situations,
hmm
and you've been right there the whole time. Like,
yeah,
and if you listen to and I say that to point to my EP, the first song on that track, like just that's kind of an ode to her because
mm,
I've had to do a lot of things, trying different things, being ambitious about things
mhm,
to get us to where we are now. Some been very stupid ideas,
mm,
but she's been right there the whole
the whole
time. So,
time.
and the song is called "Long Ride." So the first line of the song, "Here I go with another bright idea, and here you are ready for the
Yeah,
ride." You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
That's important. That keeps you going.
yeah,
You
it
know what I'm
does.
saying? That could easily, if something was to happen, stop your path you're supposed to be on.
Yep,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? But it keeps the wheels turning, man. That's good to know. What are some of your favorite musical memories that you have thus far since you started this journey in music?
My first show,
First show.
my first show in Nashville.
Um,
It was wall to wall because all of my people was there because they was like, I got to
so
see
this is the
this.
first one.
First show here, I
First
got to
one.
see this. Let me see what he gonna do.
Yeah.
And it went bonkers in there, bro. Like
Yeah.
I got pictures, like the crowd crazy. It's looking like smoke machines in there, just going crazy. And it's just that memory of like them kind of giving me that nod, like, yeah, he gonna be
Got
all
something.
right. He got it. He gonna be good.
Yeah, that's
That
good.
was good for me, man.
First show.
It was crazy. It was a standing ovation. Like I
Mhm.
had to go back up there. So
Mm. That's good, man. That's a good start off. I mean,
yeah,
if
for
you're looking
sure.
at how you want to, if you venture into something, not that it's new, because obviously like you did it in high school, but to venture into something to start back, something that you love doing, and to have that as a good start off, that's a good head start.
Yeah,
You know,
and it was crazy because like people here that didn't know me in high school, they were like, "You sure, bro?" And then my guy Dollar, he's like, "Man, let me tell
been
y'all something.
doing
This man been doing this. You know he ain't shy." So like, I got a picture right
yeah.
now. Like it's just because I try to keep cameras around me when I'm doing stuff just to capture moments.
Memories, man.
And my brother Paul, he was behind me on stage. So it was one of the moments I was just letting the band rock out.
Mm.
I turn around, he back there, and I'm like this, looking at the camera. And in the background, you see my guy Dollar. He in the camera with me, just like that. Everybody got hands up, but you can see him squaring there, like, yeah, I told you.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's a good confidence boost for sure.
Yeah, indeed.
Um, Obviously, we trailblaze paths, for our own self and for our family and for what we want in life. But you got people that's obviously coming behind you,
Right.
whether you know it or not, whether they're looking at you or listening to you or not. So, what would be some advice you would give the young musicians coming up or young people in general? I'll be trying to find their way in the music business and trying to hone on their skills. What's some whether it's advice on how to play and perform in front of crowds or try to horn on to other stuff that may, impact their musical gifts.
For a young musician, man, I would just tell them to try whatever it is they're trying. Their creative process is leading them somewhere.
Hmm.
A lot of times we try to appease to everybody,
Hmm.
but in music and anything else, business or anything, you got to find your niche. You got to find your customer. So if you don't make music for everybody, make music
Right.
for yourself and the particular fan that you're trying to find. Um, that's kind of probably the main thing, man.
Yeah.
Just do you.
Yeah. For the business side of music, any tips you will give out or kind of things you've learned the past couple months that kind of like, okay, I wish I would have known this before or
Be impatient.
you
I
bet.
don't know a lot yet. I'm still learning
Yeah.
myself. Because
Hmm.
back, like I say, back in high school, we were just making music. Now
Right. Having fun.
I'm actually in it and bringing in a little revenue and having to pay people now. So, well, pay a band. They're the only people that's getting
Yeah.
paid right now. But yeah, just being patient. Really, just you gotta be patient. Take your time. Don't rush because like timing is everything in music.
Time is everything, that's for sure. The old saying, many people say if they knew yesterday what they knew today, they may have done things differently. What are some things you might have done differently in hindsight if you had the opportunity? Some things you could look back on and change.
I don't think I would change anything
Okay.
because it's built me into who I am. Like
Mm,
even with like just from a musical aspect, with my writing, the experiences
mm,
I've been through, I I can write easily because I've actually lived those situations.
mm,
I've been in hard times, I've been in good times, I've been in sad times, and just being able to maneuver those ideas onto paper and
mm.
then be able to sing them.
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't change
so it
anything.
comes to you naturally because
Yep,
it's not something you have to
I'm not
kind of come
faking.
up with.
I'm telling the
Be
truth.
extra creative with it. Yeah, I get that. What's some things since you just started this musical journey, when did you actually start? When was that?
I released my first single November 30th of 23.
Okay, so that's almost a year coming up.
Mhm.
What's some things that you see yourself doing in the next couple of years? Some things you would wish to accomplish in the next couple of years coming up.
I want to continue to grow. Want to be able to. I know a lot of people don't say they want to sign to a label nowadays, but
Mhm.
I want to sign to a
You want to
label.
sign to a
I need
label?
some help.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
need some help. But no, but seriously, maybe maybe just continue to grow where I am, man. Just kind of chase peace. Be able to kind of slow down on
Mhm.
at least one of the other hustles that I have
You got
going on
going on.
outside of the music, just so I can replace that with more time with my wife and kids. So
Mhm.
more time with my family.
Anything on the bucket list you wish to kind of do coming up soon as well? Or does that kind of fall in the same?
Man, musically, a musical bucket list. I wanna do a song with like Luke Combs or somebody.
Okay.
That guy's good, man.
Yeah.
If I can get on the track with Luke or somebody,
Yeah, you're gonna be up there.
that'll be a
Yeah,
bucket list
yeah.
thing for me.
I got you on that. Um, where can people reach you at? Whether it's website, social media.
If you go to my Instagram, it'll take you everywhere you need to go.
Mhm.
My Instagram is it's official underscore Jacee662. But if you
Okay.
type in Jacee I'll be one of those first two people on
Pop
there.
up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And I see you got the hats going on. Are these available on the website as well, so people access the website or?
I don't have them on the website.
Okay.
It's one of those things, just trying to cut costs. So I'm still
Mhm.
handling everything on my own. So if you inbox me on there or message me, I get it
Find
to
a way to get it to
I
you.
get it to you. I can locally, I can bring it to you, or you can stop by here at the shop, or I can get it to you pretty fast shipping it. So,
Gotcha. All right, as we wrap it up, man, is there anything else you want to kind of tell the people?
hey man, thank y'all for listening. Thank you so much for the opportunity,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Most
Just
definitely.
appreciate you, and y'all go listen to my music.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all heard it here first, man. This is Kendall Butler live with KB Podcast. We got my guy Jacee. Look for him. He got more to come. A lot of musical things coming up. You know, CDs, music, albums, shows. Any big shows coming up? Since we getting out the summertime, we're going into the fall. You know,
Man, my next show. I got to be down in Mississippi on the 31st. I'm just kind of taking a little break just to
yeah,
kind of
reflecting on a
unwind a
lot of
little
stuff.
bit, get in the studio, get some content shot,
Yeah.
and then we'll get some things back going
Okay.
that October.
All right. Well, you guys check us out next time on Live with KB Podcast. Make sure to visit his website and also follow him on Instagram. We'll make sure to post all that as well so you guys can have access to it. Have a great rest of the day.